Hello everybody and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Quicken and I am best known for modeling in a JCPenney catalog when I was 5 years old. Today I'm going to be talking about tattoo removal. So I posted on my Instagram, I'm getting tattoo removal, ask me anything. And the response was so overwhelming, I can't even answer any of these questions without my phone crashing. My phone just completely crashes. Like if I go to answer one of these things, if I go to answer it, it just crashes. So I thought I would make a nice little video for us to enjoy and answer some of your questions since I can't really do the Instagram question thing. So I thought I would just go over some of these things today, but the big news is I am getting tattoo removal. So it is not my first time getting tattoo removal, which was a question I was asked a lot, but it is my first time getting it in a while, maybe like 5 years, I think.
So we're about to leave for Allentown, which is like an hour away? An hour and 15 minutes for tattoo removal.
So I am nervous, but I have decided to move forward with getting tattoo removal on my hip. So I have talked about the tattoo, it's actually this hip. I have talked about this tattoo before being something I don't really like, something I've grown out of. It doesn't match the style with the rest of my body. People have messaged me saying that it's a sugar skull, so it's not appropriate to have this tattoo, and honestly, the tattoo is poorly done and it is in an area where I gain and lose weight pretty frequently. And this area has a lot of stretch marks and it is an area that I carry my weight in. So I think the tattoo is also damaged from that as well. So overall, the tattoo is also very faded. I don't love it. And I think just not being satisfied with this tattoo is really creating kind of a mental block for me. Normally, I tell myself, I don't see this tattoo, so why go through the pain, the money, and the process of getting it removed when I barely ever see it? Even in a situation where I would be in a bathing suit, I wear a high-waisted bathing suit, so it's always covered. It's always covered. But honestly, I think getting it removed will just kind of help me move forward. And now is the renaissance of, you know, taking charge of your body, taking care of yourself, expressing yourself through tattooing. And I think maybe 10 years ago, it may be more difficult to get tattoo removal, whether it be being able to access it, being able to afford it, and also being able to comfortably get tattoo removal if you find yourself in a community of tattooed people. Now I think a lot of people are exploring tattoo removal and they're getting it and they celebrate it, and they're also very curious. Like I said, I had tattoo removal about 5 years ago and I experienced mostly support and some resistance. And last night when I opened up that Ask Me Anything, I only was met with support and like genuine curiosity and no resistance. So even in 5 years, I find support for getting tattoo removal is much more universal, and the curiosity tells me that other people are looking into maybe exploring tattoo removal as well, and I love that. So with that, I want to get the tattoo on my hip removed. I think it will be some sort of challenging because the tattoo has so many different colors in it, but also the tattoo is faded. It doesn't have a lot of structure. Some parts of it are... I really don't understand how it's so faded because it's never out. It's never exposed to light. I think just because it's in that impact area and I gain and lose weight. But I have already gone ahead and asked if I can ask questions and bring my camera and stuff for my appointment. So the questions I can't answer today will be answered in the future. You can always ask more questions in the comments below. So I got this question a lot, is it similar to laser hair removal pain-wise? And I have not personally ever experienced laser hair removal, so I'm not sure if on the pain scale it is similar. So I got a lot of questions about price. The price is going to be $200 a session. I go to a tattoo removal place called Go Tattoo Removal, and they do solid $200 a session. And that can be really good if you are getting, you know, multiple fingers lasered, if you are getting parts of your like arm tattoo piece lasered. For me, I am going to get this tattoo started and then one other tattoo removed that is on my like non-tattooed leg. Again, very briefly, but also similarly, I don't love the tattoo and there's so much possibility for me to get a better one. So I'm going to be charged $200 for that session. But to make things more clear, because this tattoo is complicated in the fact that it has multiple colors, shading, lines, no lines, it might be broken up into multiple sessions where I may just get just black removed or just red removed for my session. So even if it's broken up in $200 sessions, for example, they have a Q&A on their website, like if I'm getting my whole sleeve removed. Now, you can say, well, a sleeve would be one session, but they recommend, you know, for best practices, let's break it up. So for me, we'll see exactly how much it's going to cost in total, but the sessions are $200 and I'll get a better idea of what is in store for me at my consultation. But my prediction is I can get black removed in some sessions and color removed in other sessions. So I got this question a lot and it was, why not just get it covered? And the reason I don't want it to be covered is, personally, I think that a cover-up, although a cover-up can do amazing things and can be very transformative, for me, I want to have a lot of options, and a cover-up in the case of this tattoo would really narrow down my options. I would need something very dark, and the cover-up would probably either be in the same shape or would have to be much larger. I think with even a couple sessions of laser, like even 2 sessions of laser, will lighten the tattoo up enough where it will just open up more possibilities for me. I'm not a big fan of super dark, saturated tattoos, so I do want to have the option of lightening up the black that is in my tattoo and the other colors in the tattoo, so I'll just have more options. The way the tattoo is now, it is also kind of this round, kind of like just this round. I feel like I want something a little more like elongated, just to complement my body better. The more I get tattooed, the more I understand that like a tattoo that flows can almost like complement the body like a good contour can in makeup. So having this chicken nugget on my like just hip on my muffin top, just a fucking, I feel like it reads a little heavy, like a rock. If I could get something that kind of flows like a tiger or something like that, something elongated that could just like, I think that could be sexy, you know? So a lot of people were asking, do you have a tattoo planned to go there once this is all done? Is probably the #1 question I got. And the answer is yes. Full removal of a tattoo is very difficult. On Go Tattoo's website, they say that 90% removal is kind of something that they can guarantee case by case. You know, if you have a blackout sleeve or something a lot more difficult, or anything yellow, it becomes a lot more difficult, and that 90% can come down. This tattoo has multiple colors in it. When I got it, I was like, I want as many colors as possible. I want color tattoo. As many colors. And that regard made my tattoo wild. So colors are going to be difficult to remove at that scale because not all lasers can remove all color. Yellow is one of those colors that can't really be successfully removed, especially at that 90%. So a cover-up is going to be one of my best options, and not a cover-up, but the new tattoo that will go in place of the removed tattoo. Like I said, I don't know what that'll be yet. I don't have a ton of ideas. The only thing I can think about every day is frogs, so I know that that is an option. I don't exactly know yet, but 100% removal is not guaranteed, so it's not something I want to really set my sights on because I do know it would be a lot more difficult. A lot of the aftercare and a lot of the results also depend on me as well. And although my appointment is in the future, there are some lifestyle changes I'll have to make in order to find the best results. They recommend, you know, quit smoking if you are a smoker. I'm not, but there are things I do in my life that are probably, you know, comparable vices. Like I snack and I eat a lot of junk food and I'm not very active and I eat a lot of salt, but my doctor said I was low on salt, so I mean, I'm just following orders. I snack a lot, my sleep schedule is all over the place. Basically, I have all the vices of being a YouTuber and working at home. So, probably needing to start immediately, drinking more water, going to bed more regularly, fruits and vegetables. Those things will also lend to my success and how much of my tattoo, you know, heals as the laser zaps the pigment and then the body breaks down the pigment. If my body isn't working very well and is full of salt and sugar, then the healing will not be as significant. It won't be at the highest possibility, so a little bit on me. When did you know you wanted to remove the tattoo? Was it immediate? It wasn't. Like I said, I've been unsatisfied with this tattoo for years and years. But when I was in college and I was unsatisfied with it and probably would have got a cover-up, you may have heard me talk about it before, I wanted a Luna P ball cover-up, which would have been a dark cat head over top of the tattoo, and I think it would have covered up brilliantly, still an option. The advice I was given was, you want to be covered in tattoos, and that tattoo covers a spot on your body. Like, it's doing its job, don't worry about it. And because of that, you know, I've always had the ability to scale. Like, this tattoo, one of my favorites, one of the best. And I also have bad tattoos, which I feel like allows me to strive for something better. I'm like, well, not my worst tattoo, not my worst tattoo. And I don't want to half step like that. Just the way my personality is set up, I need to make more positive changes and not talk to myself like that. I'm in the process of downsizing my possessions, my wardrobe, cleaning, finding intention in a lot of the things I do and own. So I can also kind of draw lines between doing those things in my physical life, the life around me, and then wanting to bring those back to my physical self and my physical body. Getting older, I'm hearing a lot more of my friends more comfortable with talking about regretting their tattoos, which is really scary because people get really excited when you regret something, and that can be hurtful, and that can be a really hard thing to bring forward and talk about comfortably when you can't guarantee that you'll be met with support. In your life, it's very easy to talk about these things with your partner and your friends because they'll at least offer some support. When you talk about these things online, you cannot guarantee that you'll be met with that, and that's really scary. I think when I was younger, I wanted to be covered in tattoos and have the most tattoos possible in the fastest range possible when I made no money. So that seems like a perfect storm for getting tattoos that I don't love and want to live with. So with grace and maturity, I find myself suddenly wanting to get my tattoo removed. Have you ever considered having a lightening tattoo session with flesh tones instead of removal? I have never considered it personally, although I have researched it, and I find that this is the best route for me, and this is also the route I would recommend for others. But I've also never met anyone who has had, you know, a white tattoo ink or light tattoo ink session work well. And from what I've seen of places that offer it, their websites always kind of feel a little sketchy. It always feels like a little bit of a gimmick, as well as like tattoo removing lotions. Did you start planning or booking a cover-up right away before it's removed, or will you wait until it's gone? I will wait until it's mostly gone, and then I will take pictures of it, and then whoever I plan on getting tattooed by, I will either have a physical consultation with them, or I will send them pictures of it, and I will say, should I get more of this removed? And if they're like, I can work with it, or I can't work with it, that will guide me. But as of right now, I know I need at least 2 sessions, so I'm not really in a hurry, because those 2 sessions will probably be, you know, 4 to 6 months apart. So I don't want to get too excited. So I'll wrap this up with the healing process. So I had tattoo removal done before, and I made an entire video about the healing process. If you want to see how I literally healed a tattoo that I had removed, I will leave that video linked above, and you can click on that and you can see what I looked like 5 years ago, and that is so fun. But quickly, I will say the healing process is a lot like healing a sunburn. So a little tenderness, you know, warm sunburn feeling in the area. You know, I feel like when you get sunburn, it's kind of hot, and clothes, you wear your clothes, but it's like uncomfortable. At the removal place, they'll give you an ice pack, so I'll ice it as it'll feel tender, and I will an A&D ointment equivalent on it. I believe A&D ointment isn't vegan. Last time I had it done, I bought an equivalent that was somewhere easy, like CVS. It was really easy for me to find, but I can't remember what it's called right now or what it looks like. But something similar, A&D ointment equivalent, will go on the area, and then it will be a couple weeks to a couple months until I go and get another session. But like I mentioned, a lot of the aftercare is taking good care of yourself. If I didn't cover anything that you were looking for in this video, I have a few other videos about when I had laser removal session. That was 5 years ago, so I'm going into this with like a brand new mindset and a fresh pair of eyes. But if you'd like to learn more, I have all of that from previous that I will link. If you have any other questions, definitely leave them in the comments below. I will read all of them. If I need to make another video before my session, I will. But let me know what you would like to see during the session as well in the comments down below, so I can bring that information with me. I will be alone during my appointment. Sometimes having somebody else there can remind me of things, so definitely take special care to leave your comment down below if you want to see the process. If you want to talk to Mike, let me know in the comments down below. And thank you as always for your support. If it sounded like I was repeating myself, it is because I announced my tattoo removal on my live stream over at twitch.tv/qcknd. What's this ice cream? Not David Bridal. Nobody tell me, nobody tell me what ice cream I'm thinking of. Fuck, what is the small ice cream? Dippin' Dots. No, you know that's not right. Ben and Jerry's, fuck. I got... My brain is so fried. So I was eating some David Bridal last night. You can follow me there if you are a Twitch person. And if not, you can hit subscribe right here. It is absolutely free, and it does worlds of wonder for my channel. So thank you so much for your support. And as always, I'll talk to you later.